Or a prince. Always, only put your trust in the Most High Yah. Never put your trust in man. Don't ever do it. Never think that he is the one to bring you through it. After all is said and done, time and time again, how can you let him destroy your lifelong plan? He doesn't comprehend all the things that you do, 'cause it was not given to him but unto you. How can you walk around looking down and dismayed? 'Cause when it's over, you'll find a brand new day. A new day is dawning, a new day of tenderness, a new day of love, peace and happiness. A new day is dawning, just you wait and see. A new day of love is coming for you when it's all over. When it's all over, it's gonna be a brand new day. When it's all over, when it's all over, yeah. Never underestimate the power of your love. Never take too lightly the things that you adore. Don't close your eyes. Don't you ignore the feelings that you have felt many times before. A new day's dawning, a new day of tenderness, a new day of love, peace and happiness. A new day is dawning, just you wait and see. New day of love is coming for you and me. When it's all over, when it's all over, when it's all over, when it's all over, the sun will shine. We're gonna have sweet peace of mind when it's all over. Ooh, yeah. When it's all, when it's all, when it's all, when it's all, when it's all over. All right, all right, all right. How is everybody doing? Woohoo! I gotta say, we are back home. That's what I felt when I walked, first of all, into the parking lot, remembering back in the day, walking in this parking lot, driving in this parking lot, coming through these doors of Roscoe's Media Center back in 2013, all the way through 2018. I remember that. Now, today being May 20, I want to say 7th of 2026. Oh my God, that's like 13 years ago. We were here running a beautiful podcast, and I would say we were one of the first among our communities to have a top of the line podcast studio schematically designed from, like, say, paper, pen and paper, brain, all that, by Johnny Morris, the man. He said they called him the Blade because he used to edit those tapes and things, because see, they came out in the tapes, track, 8 tracks, all that. So we had one of the best engineers and operators that America could ever bring forth, and that is Johnny Morris. And this is the studio that he built, one of studios that he built. But today, his girl, I wanted to say the baby girl, but she's not the baby. She's the oldest. Y'all know, the poetess. Miss Felicia is right here running the helm. She's got it. I am so proud of her. I said, loyalty gets you everything. Y'all remember that. You got to be loyal to the game. You got to be loyal to this business. And I know this has been her dream since she was probably, 12? I think she talked about it. She went to a concert. She was bit by the bug, became a wonderful rapper, did all these things. Now she's right here running something. This is legacy, y'all. Family, love is in the house. Legacy. So I'm just great and happy to be back. Woo! My God. You don't know what it's like being in places that you feel familiar. You feel like I've got something here. I got my name on a brick somewhere around here. And that's what I want you all to know. We cannot discard our legacies. We cannot discard our legends, those who made and paved the way for us to be where we are anywhere. Entertainment, sports, radio, television. We cannot act like we got here on our own. Didn't do that. Okay, so we give an honor to this house, the house that Johnny Morris built, the OG J-Mo. So I'm Crystal Davis. Hey, I just want you all to know I have been in this podcast business, like I said, since 2013 here. We were in cable television way back in the day, in the 80s and the 90s. So broadcasting is our thing, and we want you to have an opportunity to get involved with broadcasting, your dream, your vision. If there's something that you want to have a message broadcast all around the world, you make sure you get in contact with us here at MorrisMediaStudios.com. You can go to the website, check out all the information there, how to produce your podcast, how to do this, how to do that in that field of broadcast. Morris, MORRIS, MEDIA, studios with an S.com. All right, we definitely, I'm sure Miss Felicia would be glad to hear from you, to hear what you've got to say and see about how to get your vision out there. In the meantime, today is a beautiful day here in LA, and this is our Wednesdays Woman format that I've been working on since I've been here in 2013, been gone since 2017. Somebody's calling me. I cannot answer. So I now look forward to bringing my show back because I never really left Morris Media. I was doing it while I was on the reservation up in Northern California. I was doing my show there, zooming in on my phone because I feel that this is my gift as well to you to give a message. So I don't really know what to say today. I left all my notes and everything at home, and I did have some people that were going to possibly come on Zoom today. They'll probably be on in a little while. But in the meantime, I want you all to know this is the beginning of a new chapter for me in my podcasting. And I want to take it to a whole nother level for you. So whatever I have been able to explain and express and bring to you before, I hope we can take it to a higher level now. Okay, so if there's any questions, anything you want to know, you can always email me. And that's Flow, FLOW, MDM at yahoo.com. Flow, MDM at yahoo.com. Send me an email. Let me know what I can do for you on this platform. And if you'd like to have your own show again, you can go to Morris Media, or you can let me know. Hey, I'd like to have a show, where you are in that studio, and I'll definitely connect you. So other than that, we have been celebrating our family love and unity for a long time, many years. And so this year being 2026, a lot is changing in America and the world. And so we want to make sure our families are intact. We want to make sure our families are encamped about with everything they need. So if your family is one that's in need of certain things, we also help in resources and finding resourceful information for you. So you can also go to that email and leave one there, flowmdm at yahoo.com. The other thing is we are teaching music, and we want you all to know, when I say teaching music, take it this way. We're teaching music production, and within that, you're able to learn how to create your own music track, your vocal track, whatever you like to do in that music production field. We're starting out with the Logic Pro, And I'd like to, just congratulate my oldest son, Lance, for stepping up to take the position in the CEO seat of our new nonprofit organization, Flow City Arts Academy. So that was a real, I would say, breakthrough for us that happened for 2026 this year. Great things. So that is happening, and the music production is coming up under that. So the classes are free. Classes are free for 18 years of age and under, okay? So if you're 18, you just made it. 19, you've got to pay for the class. It's only for the children. It's only for the youth. It's only for the young people to get the freebies right now. We want to give them as much as we can give them in skills and fundamentals of things in the music industry, so they can find a place that they can call home. Because the studio makes a lot of people's lives just turn around. It's like I was going down the wrong road, and then my friend invited me to the studio, and I found my life. So that's probably nobody's testimony. But the point of what I'm saying, we have to provide platforms and opportunities for our young people to really expound on who they are and discover who they are. And a lot of their gifts and talents can definitely be displayed in a studio. So there's plenty of space here. There's restaurant. You remember we used to have great food coming out of the restaurant here. Oh my God, the lobster macaroni back in the day. So right now, I just want you all to know this is the place to be. If you have a desire to be known on social media, if you have a desire to get your message out, if you have a desire to really become an entertainer of your own rights, you know what I mean? Some people are writers. They want to have their books put out there. You can come into the studio, do all of that. You can do an audio book. You can do video production. You can possibly even do music production. You just have to come in and get started and find out. Connections are made in the studio. Okay, I know. Now, like I said, did not bring my outline of things to say and do.
Muff is trying to come into the.
Okay, so we've got.
He's not in yet, though.
Okay, we've got somebody that's going to be coming on. We're going to be talking about women's football today. So we have one of our football team owners, and he's actually a championship owner. He'll explain that to you when he gets on. I'm a part of that league, and I've got my ring on, so we'll be talking about that. National champs. So we'll be talking about that when he gets involved with this Zoom here. And then other than that, we want to talk about our music. I want to say the choir that I have been seeking to put together. I'm at a church now in Inglewood. So I'm looking for choir members for that church. Okay, I told them we need a choir. It only takes 7 people to make a choir. So if you'd like to be one of the 7 to join us, please do this Sunday. That's the 31st of May. I know I date my shows. It's okay. So when you hear this again, oh, it's after May or it's after this, don't worry. Just know we're still in full swing doing some of these things somewhere. So I just want you all to know the opportunities are here. And we can't say that we didn't have an opportunity. Nobody gave me a chance. You can't say that. So we're giving everybody, as much as we can, a chance to do all that you can do through studio, music production, television production. We even do fashion. We have fabrics. I didn't bring it today, but we have fabrics that we use for our various events, and we rip it and share it, and everybody ties one around their head, around their waist, around their neck. We've done that to show unity with fabrics. So there's lots of creative things that we do, arts and crafts. We're planning a summer program. I know it's close to the summer right about now. So we've already started the music production. We've already got the location for the church in Inglewood. So we have a place for you to come there if you want to be a choir member. 400 South La Brea in the city of Inglewood, right off of Manchester. Sundays, 11 a.m. is a good time to be there. fellowship, meet everybody, introduce yourself, and then you can take part in our praise, our worship, and all the things that we do. And then when we set up our choir rehearsal days, you can come there and take part in that. So it's just building, this is the last, I would say the last leg of it all. So we want to do the best that we can being in 2026, the end of that, with all of the things going on, the wars, the rumors of wars, all of these things, we're not, acting like it's not there. We just know we have to continue being about our business, because you don't know until it's over. And then it's like, oh, well, we did our part. So I remember a quote that Dr. Martin Luther King said, if he knew that this was the last day of the world's going to be over tomorrow, he said he would work just as hard as he could today until tomorrow showed itself, okay? Because you don't really know. But do your best to give your best and be all. Okay, do we have any guests, Felicia?
No, but do you want to take a break so you can call me?
Yes. We're going to take a music break, and we'll be right back. He's coming back. It's getting late. He leads the way. He will provide. We're in the army of the Most High God. We got the power through the Most High God. The time is now. Stand with the Lord. He is the way, the truth, and the light. We're in the army of the Most High God. We're in the army of the Most High God. We gon' call in the midnight hour. We gon' call with the Holy Ghost power. Most High God, 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 Most High God. He's coming back. It's getting late. He leads the way. He will provide. We're in the army of the Most High God. We got the power through the Most High God. The time is now. Stand with the Lord. He is the way, the truth, and the light. We're in the army of the Most High God. All right. We're in the army of the Most High. Yeah. So right now I'm going to talk about the Crystal Davis Experience, which is a project of a combination of reality TV, video vignettes we've put together, and some other things we've put together, music videos. So that's going to be airing sometime, I would say around the 1st of June, if not by sooner, but just keep in touch with me. But to partner with the Crystal Davis Experience, it says here, support the show, elevate your brand, empower the community. Sponsoring the Crystal Davis Experience is more than just marketing. It's meaningful alignment with a movement that uplifts, entertains, and empowers. So I don't want to read and take all that time, but the main thing, we have opportunities for you to be an advertising sponsor or just a partner with us where you may want to provide content on our platform called the Crystal Davis Experience. And it entails lots of things. It's like a variety show. However, it gets into some of the emotional things that we have within our circumstance. And a lot of my circumstance has been centered around my family. I have 5 children, 3 sons and 2 daughters, and about 7 grandchildren. And the thing is, we all have different ways and means about how we live our life, get our attention, do what we do. And when you look at your siblings and others, you see, what's familiar. Well, she acts like me, or she acts like dad, or he acts like mom. You can see all of the characteristics in family members. And that's one of the things I've been looking at to see how I see myself played out in my children and my grandchildren. And it's a trip because they'll tell me, yeah, Mom, this one, I have a grandbaby who's 8. Her name is Kiari. I said, yeah, Mom, Kiari acts like you. She doesn't really want to do much of anything. She wants everybody to do everything for her. She's this, she's that. I'm like, oh, But I can recall days in life. That's why it's so important for families to really get together and communicate so we can really see how we are, because you don't know the impact you have on other people unless somebody tells you. So I've been very listening, tuning in, because they tell me you don't listen. So I've been trying to listen. That's one thing Johnny Morris used to tell me, Felicia. You don't listen. You don't listen. So at this age of life, I'm well over the senior life, well into the senior stage. So I'm learning from my mistakes, from my past, to really listen and be more attentive, because sometimes we don't pay attention to even what is being said to us. And that's very important. So I'll say that's been part of my issue. Is he on now, Felicia?
He popped in and popped off.
Oh my gosh. We're going to have to reschedule you guys, football team. So people that are interested, because I really want to push for being on TV, having a podcast and getting your voice and your message out, because that's the thing that kind of gives us, a blueprint, how to do something based on what somebody else has already done. So I want you all to stay tuned to that choice of how to get involved. So now I'm going to go back to some of the stuff on the partnering. Let's see what else may be exciting. As an advertising sponsor, they talk about digital and social amplification, exclusive access and perks. And when we are out in the community, you'll have an opportunity and access to being, a part of what we're doing in the community, whether it's a brand logo on a banner or just a vendor space. Opportunities are there. So find out how you can partner and be a co-sponsor with us. And if you'd like to have an interview on one of the shows or be a guest performer or a guest speaker, you can also, make that happen through this platform as well, because we basically provide an opportunity for you to be you. And then we'll have positive talk. You want to talk about something, what's happening in the community, new jobs opening up, new apartments, what's happening in the community that we need to let the people know. So we don't want to leave anybody behind on knowledge and information. AI is really skyrocketing all around the world. They're talking about all the chips or being, used with AI, and all of the SD cards and flash drives are going up in price. So things are changing, and you don't want to be left behind when it comes to technology and all of the sciences and things. So we give you the opportunity to learn these things. We have a program that's focused, well, they're located on the East Coast in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, and it is a program that was started, I think, about 12, 13 years ago. STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. STEM, and it's a network. So it's a network and a collaborative of many professionals and educators and community advocates that are interested in seeing their community excel through knowledge, through technology. And this program has been really focused in the public housing associations. So a lot of your public housing youth are being exposed to STEM where they were not being exposed before. Now they're being exposed. They're going into these robotic camps and learning how to make all of these little bitty things turn and flip and do all these things. So, my thought is follow your heart, and get involved where you feel you're comfortable. I like the A in STEM that's missing, and put that A in there and make it STEAM for the arts. So we have science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. So that gives another opportunity for the gifts and talents when you're dealing with art with this, okay? So they don't put a lot of emphasis on it, but we want to make sure we bring that art into our community, okay? Because that's what's needed. So that's an area that you can get involved. We also deal with health and wellness. So those of you who are in the health and wellness field, I know my dear friends have supplements. Eric Tucker, he's been doing weightlifting and things of that nature for many, many years. And he had his own brand of supplements, health supplements. So these, excuse me, these people that we connect with, they're not only out of our community, they are within our community, and they're creating things for our community members. So that's the whole key. Family, community, unity, being our own answers, our own needs are being supplied because we know what we need. And so when we come together, we should be able to supply each other's needs. So health and wellness is one of our areas. STEM, and I was saying about the STEM network out of Richmond, Virginia. It's also a part of the West Point Society there. They are hosting this event in June, and I don't have the flyer up to show because I didn't get here to send all my things in time, so please forgive me. However, we know the STEM Net is having their Juneteenth, and this is an annual STEM Net, and they have the camp where the children are learning how to fly the drones. They're dealing with those robotic pieces, and they're also doing things with their, what do you call it, when they're building, like Legos, okay? So they have the different Legos. So it's so much going on in that field that I just need you guys to get involved. So the STEM Network is happening June the 19th in Richmond, Virginia, and that's fabulous time. I think they get about 15,000 people a year that attends that thing. I mean, lots of vendors, all of your agencies there from the community and the government are there to display what they have, give out different things. And the whole thing is getting everybody equipped. They want to have our youth equipped in technology and science because of the job market, how everything is technically inclined, technology and science and things. So they want our children not to be left behind in that field. And so they want them to be qualified for those jobs. So they're pushing that. So I want you all to catch what you can while you can. If you'd like more information, please do email me to get you that flyer for the STEMnet project in Richmond, Virginia, and they also came to Las Vegas. They had something, I think, in Palm Springs, so they're traveling. They're not just staying on the East Coast. That's part of our connection to get what works and get it spread abroad. And when I say that, I have to now mention our dear brother, Brad Carson, who has created what works and has put it in a whole outline with links, meaning web links to who you need to contact to get what you need to make sure your life is working proper. So, all this information, you're going to have to email me if you'd like to get it. There's also our financial literacy team. It's a husband and wife, and they're pastors and elders in the church in Long Beach. Pastor Stephen Neal and his wife, Katanya. They are into financial literacy and making sure we don't get left behind in the finance field, okay?
Adrian is on.
Oh, we got Adrian. Adrian! So all of these opportunities are here for you to partake of with your family or just yourself. Financial literacy, health and wellness. Adrian? Do I need to put on my earphones?
She's not,
Okay.
I get it on mute.
Okay, so she's coming on. So I just want to just welcome my sister friend Adrian Clayton. She's the general manager for our women's football league, and I'm her assistant. So we are high school friends who played basketball together. We also went to college together for a hot moment that I was there at Cal State Northridge. So all of this represents, as I said, legacy. Who have you been connected to that is successful in your life? Those are
Good
great connections.
afternoon,
Keep them alive.
CDW.
Now,
You put on your headphones, she can hear you.
okay. Adrian,
Good afternoon, CDW.
good afternoon, sister. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. Happy to hear your voice. Now, listen, we had your cousin, Brother Dwayne, on trying to get on, and then he popped off. He's having some car issues where he is. So, we want to talk about what's been happening with our women's football. What can we look forward to? And first of all, talk to us and tell us what's been happening in your family, because I know your sister just had a beautiful birthday party. So why don't you share that with us?
Okay. Hi, everybody. So my older sister just made the big mark of 7-0. She is a former Soul Train dancer, so she had a. Well, I gave her a 70th Soul Train birthday party over at the Event Center, which is formerly the Savoy in Inglewood. Coincidentally, she had her 50th birthday party there as well. My brother was still alive at the time, Roger Clayton. And so we went back 20 years later in recognition of that. She was excited that it was available.
Wow.
So we had a good turnout. The food was good. Our classmate, Muriel, Chef
Miriam!
Muriel did the catering, and
Awesome.
it was really nice. A lot of the Soul Train dancers were there. Lynn Davis was there. Dina
Oh,
Andrews
wow.
was there. Scott Galloway, that writes all the liner notes to most of the albums that you purchased in the 70s.
Really?
He was there as well. Yeah, it was a nice crowd, and all our friends and family. The kids were there, some of our great nieces and nephews, and our nieces and nephews and their families. So it was really nice. It was on a Sunday afternoon party for people that age. At 8:30, they're ready to go to bed, so we started it much early.
I love it.
So
I
that
love
was
it.
going on. My brother Roger's second oldest son, Marquise, just recently had a set of twins. So he has a boy and a girl.
Okay.
So Roger
Congratulations.
now has 13 grandchildren. He would be very excited about that.
Oh, yes, you could see him.
Yeah, he would be very excited. And so they're all growing up. My great niece Jasmine is in the studio.
Oh,
She just dropped another single. So she's getting ready to graduate from music production school. in
What?
Hollywood next month. Yeah, so
Wow.
she's Roger's oldest granddaughter. So she's doing pretty
Congratulations.
good. So everybody seems to be doing okay. We are losing people. We've lost some of our relatives in the last few weeks. One of the matriarchs of my mom's side of family, Miss Loretta Lawson, we call her cousin Annie. She was 96. So she
Oh,
just passed about a week ago. She's 94 or 96, but she was very happy on Mother's Day and smiling and having a good time. And
what?
she just, my cousin said she decided not to eat and drink. And so she went home to God on Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
But other than that, that's
She
what's going on with the
chose.
Clayton family. I'm glad to be speaking with you, CDW, and Felicia. I know she's there somewhere. The poetess.
Yes,
Good afternoon.
yes, yes.
Okay.
POTUS is here. You
Yes.
remember the old studio that Johnny built back in 2013, Roscoe's Media Center, RMC?
Yes, the one on Pico, correct?
She is in the building. She is here with Morris
Praise
Media
the Lord.
Studios.
That is
Adrian, you
such a
have to come
blessing.
see. You got to come see it. This is so awesome. God is just totally. I told her because of the loyalty.
Yes,
That young
yes.
lady has done
Yeah, I
great.
came there before. I came there and met Johnny before, and I actually met you there. I think you guys were doing your show from there,
Yeah,
weren't you?
we did our show
Yes,
from here
that's why I came
exactly.
up here.
You
Hmm.
yeah. She said that's why I came
Remember,
up
I
here.
was working nights, so I would be on with you guys early in the morning because I'd get
Oh,
off work and say, "Oh, let me go log on," and I'd go and log on.
you know what?
Hmm.
You were there from we were on the radio. Yes,
Right.
I remember that. I totally remember that. So you know what?
Hmm.
This is what, like I said, legacy, family, all of this is about. It gives us great memories. We can't just ignore and discard all of the wonderful memories we've had. We've got to get together and share them as often as we can because that gives inspiration to our young people. You know, our young
Hmm.
people, they don't really feel that they some of them feel we dropped the ball, all that kind of
Right.
stuff. So it's like, no, we got to do something, Adrian, to make sure what could I say, leave a greater, just really provide a great platform where they can monetize. Because I was talking to one of the students in Stockton, at Stockton Community College, and he was saying the young people are really looking for ways to make money. They see all the social media influencers getting money, all the views and things, but everybody doesn't have that gift and ability. So we want to use what we have. We were like old school. Your brother had the record store, and well, my brother sold beer, but but there were businesses that we have family businesses, family owned businesses that.
And he had the radio station too. That was a
Right, I
big
forgot about that. Oh
thing
my
during
God,
the
that was the
time.
that was the biggest thing because
That was the
Johnny worked
biggest
there.
thing. Like
Johnny was on KAC. I used to hear him.
that's correct.
Yeah, he sure was. So yeah, so I'm like, just having a business that the family, the children, I mean, Roger's sons worked in the store, you worked in the store. I think your mom worked in the store sometimes.
Yes,
So
she did.
that
Yes, she
was,
did. My dad would even come up there on the weekends, and he would be up there with us too.
yeah, that's
Yes, he's
beautiful.
happy. Hmm. But the
So
thing, the thing about it, Crystal, is we're living in some different times.
yeah, no kidding.
Technology is, AI is taking over jobs. So I tell people STEM was like really popular some years ago. Okay, now we're really into AI. So you need to learn AI and how to monetize on that because that's the future. It's taking jobs. I mean, I called a reservation and I got, oh, hi, I'm Justin. I'm your AI assistant. So he helped me with everything I needed to do. I'm like,
Oh
man, I'm
wow.
talking to a computer.
See,
So there's a person that just lost that job that used to answer the phone. You're no longer talking to people, you're talking to machines. And so now the future has to learn to monetize from what those machines are doing because they're basically taking jobs now. I know eventually they're going to be breaking down, but
well,
I know that's going to be a field that's going to be wide open.
lots of
But you
jobs
got to
have come
learn
open.
that field.
A lot of jobs in many fields have come open because of AI. has stepped in. I mean, even in your retail sales of food and things, it's not the same. They're ordering from a kiosk, paying the
Mhm.
kiosk, then they just wait and call your number and then you go. So it's a real eye opener and a change. You're right. Things have changed. So, like what we do with the football. Now, I don't know how to monetize that. What is the plan to get the sponsors? What's on the horizon for the football team?
So the Brick House Bricks, which were the
Brick House
2024
Bricks.
champions,
Got my
are
ring.
now going to be playing in the AWFL league, which and that league is composed of like 30 teams
Okay.
from all different parts of the country. We would be the only team that's here on the West Coast. So
Oh,
that's what I was talking about as well. It'd be really good if we had more teams out here.
okay.
But um,
So how do you monetize the teams? You got to look for these corporate
well,
sponsors.
right, right. That's one of the things is to find the corporate sponsors. I talked to Pam McQueer. She was the commissioner of one of the original leagues. She was one of the first ones. She is designed a bionic bra for the women football players,
Really?
and she has done the things for breast protection for them
Yeah,
for
we
the
need
tackle
that.
football.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now what's getting ready to spin off is women's flag football because that's going to be an event in the Olympics when they come here in 2028.
Yes, it has
So,
exploded. Uh-huh.
fortunately for us, oh, listen to this, Crystal. So, our high school, Narbonne, is the women's flag football, girls' flag football champions.
Oh,
They took the title, they won the city title. It's now a competitive sport. Like when we were in high school, we played basketball and that was it. They
right.
had that for the girls, and Narbonne ended up being superior in that as well. So,
Right. They did. The,
yeah,
the year, I think the year we graduated, they became big time basketball players.
Anthony then went to Narbonne and then went to USC. She went to the WNBA. So what it is
Who was
now,
that?
what was Ebony? Her first name was Ebony. I can't remember her last name. She
Really?
was like, but yeah, she went from Narbonne and got a scholarship to USC, and USC to
Okay.
the WNBA. So now the women's flag football, because they're starting a professional league, or they
Mm-hmm.
have them out there, is going to be similar where they can feed off of that. So from high school to the women's flag football league, right? And
Mm-hmm.
almost to by pro, and eventually it'll be a pro thing. So it's growing. Women's sports is growing. Whoopi Goldberg started a all women's sports cable network that's growing as we speak. So it will televise nothing but women's sports.
She,
So it's coming
all
along
women sports television
on sports television.
channel. You're saying it's a
Yeah,
whole
Whoopi
network.
Goldberg is starting it. I can't think of the name of it, but she started it like a year or two
Oh,
ago.
it's already started.
It's already started.
So we
Um,
probably need to connect because that's sponsorship, that's viewers and all of that. But the main thing is getting these girls trained, getting them physically fit, mentally fit, health wise. We really need to do the camp. I want to do the sports camp so we can bring a whole, as they say, a plethora of the things that they need together with the training and also with the mental portion because a lot of their minds need to be balanced. And they have their various reasons why. I've heard them say why they play football and tackle football, the things that they've been through, and they want to get it out, aggression and stuff. And so they get it out on that field. So much going on, but we want to, as I was saying earlier, we want to be the platform. We want to be the providers for what our families and communities need. And that's what it's all about. So we are really in need, I want to say, because the the choice becomes why, you know what I mean? It's like, why are you doing this? And then the person can make a choice because they like the answer, the why. So we got to get our why very solid, and people need to get their why solid so they can really get people's support. People want to know how serious you are, how dedicated you are, and what is this going to do for you? What can this opportunity for you to go play football, what can that do for you and your family? You give them a great story and they like, hey, let's support. So that's going to be a lot that we can really offer, giving them, grounding, giving them footage, footing, I should say, to stand and really deliver who they are, what they want to be, what they want to do, and put them in that direction and then lead them all the way through that. So we got a lot of work to do.
Absolutely. So August 29th, location probably in the Antelope Valley. Location hasn't been permanently set. The Brick House Bricks will be doing a meet and greet, and that's to bring in players that are interested. What we plan on doing is having a tackle football team and a flag football team.
Okay.
Because the way the seasons are for women's sports, they don't go on simultaneously. So
They won't
the tackle
clash.
league, I believe, is first, and then the flag comes after that. So actually, some of the players can actually play on both. So the Brick House Bricks will be the tackle football team, and the Brick House Babes will be the flag football team. We already gave them names.
Brick House Babes.
The Brick House
Because
Babes.
they'll be
Mhm.
probably the younger team or something, younger in
Right,
age.
right. Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
not so
tight.
much in age because some of the ones from the tackle can play flag because of the way the seasons run. So you can play
Oh,
in
okay.
both leagues.
So
Yeah.
it's not about
And
the
some of the
age.
people, some of the ladies that are playing flag don't want to play tackle, but I
Oh,
think
okay.
some of the ones in tackle would like to play flag. I mean, it's similar, but I don't know. It's a difference in putting on all that equipment and playing as opposed to just putting some flags around your waist and twisting and turning so nobody can get them.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I remember we played that in high school, and that was a lot of fun when we would play flag football. So August 29th,
August
location is to be
29th.
set, but that is definitely the date for the meet and greet of the different players. And so what we also need to do, CD, is as for Crystal Davis Wells, CDW, is to start recruiting. And that's by putting out information in social media and just like your platform here. And any woman, young woman, 18 and over, because we have had some senior citizens out there that, still weekend warriors
I
that are
remember.
playing
I
football,
remember.
and they were real excited about it. So if you're interested in playing women's flag or women's tackle football, then we want to see you at the August 29th meet and greet. It'll
That's
probably be
awesome.
in the Palmdale, Lancaster area, but we haven't decided yet because we want to get people from all over to come. So I was saying, we probably need to do it centrally here in the Los Angeles area as opposed to the Valley, Antelope Valley, because that's where the Brick House Bricks are headquartered.
So you're saying the teams that are also in this league are not in the West Coast area. That's what you were saying, and we need to really get some more players so we can get some teams in the West Coast. Did you mention that earlier or
So
something on that level?
yes, yes, absolutely. So the AWFL is the league that we'll be playing in, and it's 30 teams in that league. Dante is the commissioner. Um, their Southwest Gulf Division, the Southwest Apex Division, the Northeast Great Lakes area, and the Northeast Atlantic Division. So they have four different divisions, and they're mostly in the South, the Midwest, and the East.
Okay.
So there's not a lot. There's none actually on this side. We would be the only team. There's one other team in Tacoma, Washington, that's on this side
I
of the
wonder why is that.
United States.
So are you?
Because when we talked to him, me and Dwayne talked to him. He's a good friend of Dwayne's, and he says when he got started because he's in. Let's see, Daryl's in Houston. I think Dante is in. He's not in Memphis. He's in Atlanta. He's somewhere south.
Okay.
And so that's when he started recruiting and doing everything that he was doing, and he did it in that direction. So
Okay.
he didn't think about coming, towards the west because the teams travel, and so they travel down in that area. So even our team, we only have one other team out here, and that's Tacoma. So we will have to travel. That's where the sponsorships come in and the
In the traveling.
fundraisers, because the things is those are things that you have to do in order to make it to these games. You got to travel. You got to get a bus. You got to get a van.
Yes. So now if he
You
was
got to.
recruiting and he got, 30 teams, somebody needs to recruit on the West Coast. Is anybody in that position to do some recruiting?
Yeah, I mean, we could actually do it if somebody else wants to start another team. That would be fine. We're recruiting for our team right now and trying to build back up the Brick
Brick
House
House
Bricks.
Bricks. Yeah.
Right. And now the Brick House Babes. So we'll be recruiting for both leagues, the women's tackle football and the women's flag football. Just because they don't run at the same time. They run right at one right after the other.
Okay. So, Miss Felicia, I did find the two flyers and I did email it. If it's not too late, maybe we can
They're up.
close. Oh, they're up. Oh my gosh. How about that? That's so wonderful. Thank you. So I
So
am happy to know that we're able to, give voice to this, able to give sight to this. And I want people to share this video and you can tell them where to start looking, look around the 30-minute zone or whatever. But I do want you all to share this video so people can get this information. One, about the music production that we have. I told you Lance is teaching music production, Logic Pro, to 18 years and under interested students, Adrian. So I know some of your nieces and nephews, if they're in that age bracket, Lance has
mhm.
a free music production class, and he's actually giving them a sheet that has all of the chords, the music chords. I was like, oh, this is great. So not only is he teaching you how to, run the board or, the software, but he's actually teaching you how to create a song by playing, the piano or those little plug-in MIDI keyboard that they use. So I was happy to hear that and see the music notes. I said, oh, this is great. They're going to have a great time learning. So this is open and available. So we've got football, we've got music, we've got television production, radio production, and, all of the other components. We talk about fashion, but we don't do it as much, and culinary arts. So these things will help keep some money in your pocket because they say food and entertainment are the things that people love even in a recession. They're always going to find some money to spend on some food and something that's entertaining. So we want to be that provider of things that people will be able to spend money with some of our partners that we bring in because it's a need. Okay? What would you like to say?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely, Debbie. We need all of that. And then don't forget beauty, because we're gonna spend
Oh,
money on beauty.
beauty, beauty,
You
beauty.
can go to the beauty shop and the barber shops and say, we're gonna look good. No, you can
Yes,
count us out on that. So we will be looking
yes,
well. We are.
yes, definitely. I was in one of the beauty supply houses just in Las Vegas before coming here to Los Angeles. And I bought this foundation. And so it's like, okay, I've got to keep it real. People want to see someone that looks prosperous. And when you're talking, like my children say, Mom, you're talking about $1 million March, but you don't look like $1 million, Mom. You need to you need to spruce it up. So sometimes I don't feel like it either. So the whole thing is we want to keep a balance of mind, spiritual all of that physical body, everything, balanced so we can be successful. This is a trying time in life right now. And the best thing we can do is come together and be supportive of one another and
Mhm.
just be as much of the answer as we can. I don't know how much time we have left, Miss Felicia.
5 minutes.
Oh, we got 5 minutes. Cool. I've been talking. I'm like, oh my God. So the whole thing is we want to be what you need us to be. And that's what we are: resourceful people. We are seniors, we're elders. We've been through the ranks, we've had jobs, we've had many things, and we're here to share, okay? So I want to let everybody know that this is the day that we say in church, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad. This is the day for us to really decide to do better and make better and come together. So I want you all to get here to Morris Media Studios. You can contact Felicia. Do you have a number I can give out?
Yes, 323
323
272
272
4041.
4041. Say it again.
323
323
272
272
4041.
4041. So you all get in contact with Felicia Morris here at the Morris Media Studios. Get a
Absolutely.
show. You don't have to be in here a whole hour. I think she may give you 30 minutes if you want it.
Hi, Adrian.
Oh,
Hi, Miss Felicia.
go ahead. Y'all say some words. Take us out because these two go back, way back in the industry. So please say something.
Hi, Adrian. I hope all is well with you. Miss your face.
Absolutely, absolutely, Miss Felicia. You too. The poetess, the poetess. I'm so
Yes.
glad you're over there. That was a really nice place.
Can
I've
I
been there
tell
a
a
couple of times.
really quick story
Yes, you
since
can.
I've been back here? Crystal, you see those black drapes right there. So when we were hanging those black drapes, this sounds crazy, but I smelled my dad, his cologne. He always wore Aramis. And he always had this breath, not bad breath, but his breath. And I smelled it. It was so crazy. His
Wow.
spirit, I think, was definitely here that day.
Oh, definitely,
That's
definitely. Your dad
phenomenal.
was an amazing guy.
Yeah.
I went and spent the day in the studio
Absolutely.
with him before we had his party that year. And
Hmm.
I just went up there and I just learned so much. And I was just, oh my God, he was a beautiful person. Mr. Johnny Morris, my brother loved him. He was like, yeah, I
Yep.
gave you arthritis. You
Yep.
need to do this. He loved him. And my brother loved him too. It was just amazing. And I spent the day there. I didn't have nothing else. I said, I'm gonna sit here with you today. And he was like, okay. And
This
he did
is
his show. He did a
amazing.
couple other shows that day, but I had a ball up there with Mr. Johnny Morris. He was so informative. Your dad was an amazing guy.
One of a kind.
Wonderful.
Very
One of
good
a
person.
kind.
Very
One of a
near,
kind.
dear to my heart.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And
So
then
now,
him and Crystal had that nighttime show. I was probably the only person calling on at night because I would get off work at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And
yeah,
I,
it'd be
hey,
3 o'clock. I think the show started about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So
yeah,
yes, you were there listening. Yeah, I've got to go and smell these curtains now because that is so. You know what? Let me tell you something. I have to go there because spiritually, people have been taught
hmm
different things. Adrian, how when you raised in certain churches, they don't teach you about this, they teach you about that. But in reality, spiritually, the soul and the spirit, it never dies. And so we can get a visitation, and we got to receive that because it's real. And that is so great to hear, Felicia, because that gives me like, oh my God, Johnny Morris. You don't know. Oh my God. I mean, it's just, he's a lifesaver. And I'm sure not just for me, I'm sure he's a lifesaver for many people, providing them opportunities to get their gifts and talents and put them on the air and everything. So just to hear that is like, oh my God, because he did this, he designed this studio. I mean, I remember he had that, those yellow 14-inch legal paper pads. He used to always keep those. And I remember him designing how the studio was going to be. And
Such a real story.
yeah, so this is awesome. Okay, our 5 minutes is up. You guys, please keep in touch. flowmdm@yahoo.com is my email. You got the number to the studio here. And I would love to be of any support to you that we can. And I hope you can get a show real soon. Okay? Any questions?
No, thank you very much,
We're
Felicia
clear.
and Krista. God bless you guys both. I hope to see you soon.
Okay, tell Mae West happy birthday all the way through and look to see her soon.
Okay.
Thank
Take
you all
care.
for tuning in. Peace and blessings. Love, light, and honor.
Have a great day.
See you next time.